Do 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 ha ba da 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 da. This is I Like It Because You Hate It.
Right.
I'm Dennis.
I'm Jeremy.
I usually like to sing a little longer, but you told me I need to cut that.
I'm glad that I was. It felt like for a second that you were gonna go into an extended intro,
yeah, but no, I ended it quick.
and then you killed it, and I was like, thank goodness.
I like to beatbox a little bit.
Yeah. I like it because you hate it at gmail.com. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, check out the YouTube page, Facebook page, and everything else. Yeah. So it's been a week, man.
It's been a hell of a week, especially for you.
Yeah.
You've had a rough one.
I have had a rough one for sure.
And so that's why you haven't seen our newest episode up,
right?
Because you were without power for
most of the week. I was without reliable power for most of the week.
Yeah, so it was in and out.
And without reliable internet.
Yep.
And I just couldn't get the episode posted.
Tree fell on a power line.
Yeah, so we had that super mega storm that lasted like 4 hours.
It was ridiculous.
Or whatever.
77 mile an hour winds.
It hit on Sunday night. We were completely unprepared for it. Our power goes out, then in the middle of the night, our neighbor's tree falls, hits the side of our house, and then falls onto our wires. No damage on the house, thankfully, because it was a small tree.
Yeah.
But it messed the wires all up.
Which is just a pain in the ass hassle. And your fence.
Yes. Yeah, the fence too. But
is it his fence or your fence?
It's our fence. It's on, I don't know who's...
So does he have to pay for it now that it's his tree that fell on it?
Yeah, he's paying for everything. He's taking care of it all. He's got... So now that all the wires are off of the tree, which took forever, he's got a company coming in to cut it up and take it out of there. So
okay, good.
And he said that he's going to have the fence fixed too. So
yeah,
all's well that ends well. It was just still a huge pain in the ass, and that's why we didn't have an episode out.
Yeah. So this week we'll have 2 episodes up.
Yes. Yeah, I will put both episodes up.
Okay. So.
Oh.
What? Whoop. Ooh.
Did I remember to save the episode?
If you didn't save the fucking episode last week,
I'm gonna have to look into that.
Oh Christ! It was a good episode. It was a really good episode.
It was a good one. I'm gonna have to check that out. So
you motherfucker.
Nah, it's fine. I'm sure I saved it. So what's going on with you?
I don't know.
What did you do this week? I didn't see you.
I can't even remember what I did. I don't know.
You're still unemployed?
Yeah, still unemployed. It blurs into one.
Yeah, you did nothing.
I didn't do much.
Did you apply for
we had a Halloween party last weekend.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Did we?
Yes. Because remember we did the show... Oh, no, we did the show before.
Yeah, on the Friday.
We did the show on the
Thursday. We did the late night episode.
Yeah.
That's why the late night episode was good, because it was...
Okay, so how was your Halloween party?
No, it was good. Got completely trashed.
Of course.
Everybody left beer everywhere. Nothing crazy really happened. Just a bunch of 28 to 30... My hell, it's Gary 40s.
Yeah. Do you have a cheese plate?
Didn't have a cheese plate. No.
Oh.
So I wasn't on Dustin's level, but I made pulled pork.
Okay.
Did
people eat at your Halloween party?
Oh my god, yeah. Dustin ate 5 sandwiches.
Well, he's a garbage animal.
Yeah.
I just want to say, look, I'm gonna throw some. I love Dustin. He's a good friend of mine. I want to throw some shade on his Halloween costume. I wasn't at this party.
So it was a costume party. Everybody did dress up.
Yeah. I wasn't at this party, but I saw some pictures on Facebook, Instagram, whatever.
Yep.
Dustin was 1950s dude? Is that what he was?
Yeah.
He just wore a leather jacket with a white t-shirt.
Tucked in to jeans with cuff jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a fucking costume.
I mean, put on some makeup and be like an undead 50s guy or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, he took the easy way out.
It looked like he was like, what do I have in my closet that I can bullshit into a costume?
That's all it was.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Sam did, but Sam did it so he looked like a hippie guy, so he just ripped up a bunch of cloths and it was perfect. He kills it every Halloween.
Okay. So he was a hippie?
Yeah. With the completely made, like, rags that he was wearing. I bet he was freeballing the whole time.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Swinging
That's very
me.
Sam, yeah.
No, so all in all, everybody did. I was Lurch.
You were, I remember you saying that.
Definitely large. White paint.
You didn't take any pictures.
Completely. Kim and I were talking. We're like, we didn't take one fucking picture together because she was Wednesday and I was Lurch. Like, we should have done at least one. No, we completely forgot.
Yeah, you messed up.
Yeah, definitely messed up. But yeah, that was.
I had the all-time great idea for costumes. This was like 2 years ago for a couple's costume that I didn't end up doing because we couldn't find a babysitter to your party or whatever. And but yeah, and I told you about it, and you didn't end up doing it either.
I didn't do it. No.
I thought this was the greatest costume. It was I was gonna dress up like Harambe, and then my wife was gonna be the zoo worker.
The zoo worker, which was good 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Right now it'd be a little dead.
Yeah, it doesn't work now, but 2 years ago that would have been a fucking epic costume, man.
Yeah. No, that would have been great.
But yeah.
But a gorilla costume's expensive. They're like $800 fucking bucks.
You can make your own gorilla costume. You take an old carpet. You wrap it around you.
You get some glue.
Yeah. Then you just buy one of those gorilla masks.
Pubes on your face.
Yeah. No, just buy a gorilla mask.
Those are cheap. You know that's what they call a gorilla mask, right?
Pubes?
Where you just glue a bunch of pubes on somebody's face.
Who calls that a gorilla mask?
Me.
You just made that up?
No. No.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I've heard that before.
That was terrible. Terrible.
Glue somebody else's pubes on your friend's face.
That's not a thing.
It's a thing. It's called the gorilla mask. Look it up.
No.
First
of all, look, I just want to fuck with the words that you used there a little bit. Glue some pubes to your friend's face. If you glue pubes to somebody's face, they're not your friend anymore.
I don't know. Are you closer because of it?
No.
You've bonded to the next level.
I can deal with some like bullshit, like dude, like hazing. You know,
Yeah.
I've done it and I've had it done to me.
Yeah.
So no big deal. But never pubes, bro. Never pubes glued to my face that weren't my own. Yeah. Or my own.
I don't know. I'm hoping the statute of limitations is up on what I'm about to say. But
have you done this to someone?
Not specifically, but a kid did eat a lot of my pubes.
Oh, you Scott Tenorman them.
Yeah, I did Tenorman.
You made him eat his parents.
No, he's going to make me eat mine. But we also peed on all of this kid's stuff.
This reminds me, actually. All right.
So
tell me more.
We peed. He would never change his towel.
Okay.
And so we peed all over his towel, knowing that it was never cleaned and he was going to have to dry himself with our pee.
Okay.
None of us liked him.
Were you guys roommates? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean...
I'm hoping statute of limitations because I read that thing about the girl putting her bloody tampon.
That, I was just about to bring that up. So, faithful listener Joe...
Kim.
What's that?
Kim.
Yeah.
The two listeners.
No, I know those are our faithful listeners. But I'm saying, our faithful listener Joe, Joe L, sent that in to me because he wanted us to talk about it on the podcast.
Oh,
that
perfect.
article.
Yeah.
So that
segs perfect.
That segs perfectly in. So this girl
long story short, I peed on a lot of his things throughout a couple of years.
How much of his stuff?
I spit into his hat. Like, we just hated this kid. He was just a complete douche. Like, he's just an awful human. And so we just did fucked up things without him knowing.
So you feel like a kindredness with this woman that just got charged in Hartford?
Yeah. Like I said, she got arrested for it, though.
Yeah.
Luckily, mine was 30 years ago, so the statute of limitations is up.
This was... Her thing was like... They said it was like racially charged, too. So maybe that plays a factor in it.
Yeah.
Also...
I guess. Period blood's a little worse.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
She was also trying to get the girl sick. So let's go through the story first.
So do you remember what college it was? Hartford?
It was Hartford, yeah. University of Hartford.
University of Hartford.
In Connecticut.
And these two girls, they move in together. Now, one of the girls is a white girl, one girl's a black girl. Yeah. Jamaican, apparently. So white girl calls black girl on her Instagram posts Jamaican Barbie. Which on its own isn't, it's like not racist.
It's not racist, but it depends on how she's saying it,
yeah,
I guess.
It definitely depends on how she's saying it. If she's like, oh man, she's like a Jamaican Barbie.
What if she's Jamaican and Barbie?
No, I'm saying, she's like, oh, she's so pretty, she's a Jamaican Barbie doll, right? Oh, okay, totally fine. This fucking Jamaican Barbie doll over here, ooh, not so much. Now you're getting a little worse.
Stingy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the rubbing the period blood too.
Yes, all that shit is foul. So they move in together. They're roommates in the dorm.
Freshmen.
They're freshmen. White girl doesn't like Jamaican Barbie, right? And so, as any sane and normal person would do, she starts to put like hawk loogies and piss into her coconut oil.
Yeah. And she poured like rancid
clam
juice, but it was like rotted.
Yeah,
and it was making the chick sick, and she was getting like thrushby from it.
Yeah. And she was rubbing her used tampons on the chick's backpack, making Instagram stories about it.
That's what's retarded.
That's where she fucked up.
That's where you fuck up. You can't leave a trail. Like when I did my stuff, I would never tell anybody about it. Nor would I ever fucking make Instagram posts about it.
Yeah, you have to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
Like you can't.
How dumb are kids?
Kids are super dumb.
Like, that's bad. Like, how idiotic you have to be. Like, oh, I'm doing this highly illegal thing trying to make my roommate sick.
Hey, Instagram! Watch me rub my dirty fucking tampon on the
Look at the blood stains. Oh, it's fucking despicable.
Hashtag Dracula.
Can you imagine?
I can't imagine. Well, you know what? I did a bunch of shit like that. Not like to that extent.
You put your bloody tampons
No. I'm saying that is the most foul thing. You can fuck with spit. You can fuck with piss. To a certain degree, you can fuck with shit.
Shit, yeah, a little.
But
shit
blood,
I never fucked with either.
Used pussy blood is just a line that should not be fucking crossed.
Speaking of which,
foul.
This was not me. I did not do this. One of my good friends, didn't like his roommate either, so he was busting loads in the kid's shampoo.
Oh, yeah, that's fucked up, too. Don't fuck with nut and blood. You know, yeah. Nut and blood should be off limits. Like, all is fair in love and roommate war, but nut and blood is like, that's like chemical and radiological weapons in war. You know, like, you don't fuck with those.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
So,
when he told me that, I was like, holy shit, did he have really shiny hair after? It's like he had the best, like, luscious looking hair.
Yeah. So it's pretty nasty. And so I don't know about the racial, so my problem with the thing was they said it was all racially motivated, and I'm not saying it was or it wasn't. The article didn't give any like corroboration to that.
No, they just said because
the fact that one of them was white and one was black.
No, I mean she could just not like the fucking woman on a human level.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that it might. I'm saying it might very well be racially charged.
Could be, but like, they didn't offer any kind of facts to back that up.
They didn't give
corroborating evidence.
Anything to back that up.
Yeah.
And then the girl who had all this shit happen to her, she said the school was racist too because she said they dragged their feet with the investigation. So again, that's one of those things where I say maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I was telling our faithful listener Joe, I said the school should have some kind of records for the reaction times to roommate complaints, right? Probably with some demographic data attached. If the fucking...
I doubt they do.
Why wouldn't they, though?
I mean,
that seems like solid record keeping, because...
But it's a college, and most of the record keeping is going to be done by or RAs, who are just students themselves. So
what about then shit that's gone up to school investigation level like this did.
Oh, then that should.
They should have records on
of that.
They should be able to release it and say your case took 2 months to go into. The average case time is 2 months or 2.7 months or whatever to show like, oh no, race had nothing to do with this. If they can't show it, then maybe she does have a fucking case.
Can you call the school racist if they accepted her to the school?
Yeah, sure, you can. Sure, you can. You can say that. Oh, they let her in.
I don't buy that.
But
I don't buy that the school is being racist.
Okay, so hold on a second. Let's say you have a school that lets in a white person and a black person, right? And the white person rubs bloody tampons on the black person's shit, and the school is like, "Oh yeah, we'll look into that," and they take a super long time to look into it, but then the white person says this black person did X, Y, or Z.
Yeah, but this is all
and
hypothetical.
School, yes, I know it is. I know.
That's why
this
there's
is what
no
I'm saying.
facts to back any of this
Yes, but let me finish. But the white person says X, Y, and Z, right? The black person did this, and they immediately strike down hard on the black person, even though they let the black person in the school.
That would be a racially charged.
Okay,
yeah,
yes.
But that's
so then the
who
school
the fuck knows?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that the school was or was not racist. But if I was the school, I would release some kind of data that I have that would exonerate me to get that bullshit off my back. Because in the end, the only person that should be taking real heat for this
is the disgusting
pig that decided to rub her fucking bloody tampons
and make
on somebody's backpack.
Rotted clam juice.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah.
Now, my friend Pete, when I was like 17 years old...
Oh, his name's Pete. He's doing something fucked up.
No, I did something fucked up to him. No, was it Pete? It was either Pete or Steve. They were brothers. I don't remember which one it was. One of them fell asleep, and I put my nuts on his forehead, and we took a Polaroid picture.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Right. But that's
who hasn't done a
different.
teabag?
Yeah.
Who hasn't done a teabag?
He got so mad at me, bro.
He got mad?
Oh, he was super pissed.
There was a drunk kid.
We ended up working it out. It was fine. But, you know.
See, there's this really drunk kid with a group of our like close friends all through college, and he was hammered, didn't know what was going on, and we were all taking like this group photo. And I whipped out my nuts and put it right under his forehead. And he had no idea they were there the whole time. A good old teabagging that's a standby. You can't, I don't think kids can get away with any of that shit now, though.
Oh, I definitely think that had I teabagged someone in 2017 as a joke, I would be
You'd be in jail.
I'd be put on that sexual harasser list. You know,
yeah,
I'd be up there with Kevin Spacey and Weinstein, like, please forgive me.
I didn't know I was gay.
Yeah. How about that, man? Spacey. Spacey uses the I'm gay
card.
And everybody that's gay is like, no, motherfucker.
No, fuck you.
Yeah.
You're a goddamn predator.
We worked so hard to disassociate ourselves from pedophiles. You're not going to come in here and use that gay shit. But he almost got away with it because...
Is he a pedophile?
Well, here's the thing. Here's why I said he almost got away with it. Because 14-year-old kid climbs on top of him during a party. Kid says, get off of me. So Spacey gets off of him, right? And at that point, I'm ready to be like...
Is that, what's his name? The...
Rap.
Yeah. Ethan Rapp? Ian Rapp?
Anthony Rapp?
Anthony Rapp?
Whatever his name is.
The kid from Old School.
Yeah. Whoever it is.
The TA from Old School who's a dick.
I'm ready to kind of be like, alright, it was a different time back then. It's kind of fucked up. But he didn't fuck the kid. The kid said, get off of me.
And he did.
Spacey got off of him. But then, like, a whole bunch more people were like, yo, Kevin Spacey totally touched my dick. And then that's when I was like, ooh, Spaceman.
The question is, did they fluff it beforehand?
Spacey fluffed it for him. Now, this brings me to an important question that I want to ask you before we get onto different stuff. Does the misconduct of a celebrity take away your enjoyment of their work?
No.
So
they can be a good actor and a scumbag.
Yeah, totally.
Everybody likes Roman Polanski movies.
Yeah.
No, so you can enjoy their work. Everybody loves Woody Allen.
Yeah.
So you can still enjoy their work.
Yeah,
good movie is a good fucking movie.
I feel the same way. I can separate.
One who did take me out of his movies though is Michael Douglas. Because
he had throat cancer?
From eating box.
From eating pussy?
No, Behind the Candelabra.
I've never seen it.
It's where Matt Damon fucks him in the ass, and he's playing Liberace.
Oh, cool.
And you're just watching Michael Douglas. I'm watching all his movies just disappear from my head.
No, that doesn't bother me.
With each pump.
Can you not get into Heath Ledger's... I can't say it.
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger's Joker, because
I never watched.
What's his name fucked him? What was it? Who was it that fucked him on the mountain?
Maggie Gyllenhaal's brother, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal fucked the shit out of Heath Ledger. Doesn't bother me.
I don't know how to quit you.
Yeah, doesn't bother me. All right, man. Fuck.
I never watched the movie because it would take me out of it. I would always just see the thrusting and the kissing.
No, dude, watch the movie. It's a good movie.
Like, I don't consider myself homophobic in the least.
That's a little homophobic if you can't enjoy a dude's movies because he got banged in the ass on.
I remember saying this earlier, is that I can watch, like, I don't care, butt fuck, but for some reason, I have a visceral reaction to intimacy between watching two guys.
The intimacy I try
If they're butt fucking, yeah, have at it.
I try to be as woke as possible, but yeah, it does. Just in my lizard brain, I get a little like, ooh, I don't want to see this.
Yeah, same.
I don't mind seeing them fucking pound the fuck out of each other.
He can suck a cock and it wouldn't faze me in the least.
It's like when two dudes make out that I get a little uncomfortable.
Same. Or they do like the soft like cheek touch.
Caress?
The caress of the cheek. And like pull them close and like a soft kiss. Oh yeah, that's it's just a visceral reaction.
I'm working on it. You know, I mean, God's working on all of us. So I'm getting better by the day. But it doesn't bother me when I see it in real life either. So if I see, like, if I'm walking down the road and I see, like, a gay couple and they, like, kiss each other, I'm like, oh, whatever. I don't care. It's when I see, like, exaggerated movie makeouts that bother me. That strikes me.
It's the tenderness that gets me. Because, I don't know, I always kept, you grow up, you're a guy, you're tough. Yeah. Just watching two guys being tender with each other is like, ugh.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Like I said,
I don't mind. Again, do it.
The tenderness is a little bit uncomfortable for me.
What does that say about me? Is that I don't mind if I see them animal fucking, but
it's pretty weird. You're fucked up.
Oh no! Don't kiss them.
I'm fucked up too.
Don't kiss them.
Don't love each other.
What are you, gay?
But fuck each other. Like really, just fuck each other. That's fine. Yeah. So I can still enjoy Spaceman's movies. Like, I'm not gonna stop liking American Beauty because
great movie.
I mean, he pretends he's a
predator.
He's an almost pedophile in American Beauty, and he's an almost pedophile in real life. And you know,
apparently some guy came out and said he jerked off on him.
Wait, Spacey jerked off on the guy?
While you're sleeping.
That's weird, man. I'd see. That's another thing. I'd be fucking pissed, bro, if I woke up and somebody was jerking off on me. I would be less pissed if, like...
That happened to my uncle by a priest.
What?
When my uncle was in college or something like that, he grew up with a guy who went to a seminary, seminary, right?
Yeah.
Became a priest. And...
Seminary?
Boom! So he goes... So apparently... They go to this party together, and they're probably like 18, 19. And my uncle's a big jacked guy at the time. Yeah. Passes out just hammered. He wakes up to the priest taking off my uncle's pants and starting to blow him.
Okay. See,
my uncle got up and beat the shit out of a priest, but
see now let me tell you, maybe this is my fuck upness, right? I would be less upset if I woke up to somebody blowing me than somebody standing over me jerking off. Because then you, like, if...
Is it just cleanup based?
If you're standing over me jerking off and you shoot your nut on me, one, it's gonna jostle me awake in a very uncomfortable way. If I get woken up with a blowjob, that's a pleasant, slow awakening. You know?
It's like the music.
Until I realize what's happened.
You hear the birds chirping. Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What the?
Well,
what
hello.
the fuck?
Well, hello, sir. I'm going to let you finish, but we're going to have to talk about this.
Yeah, we have a problem. But yeah, I would be more mad because the jerking off over me. You're not considering my feelings. You're not considering my pleasure. You're just jerking off on me. And then I got to clean up your cold nut. I don't want your cold nut on me, bro.
But then he sprinkles your pubes on you and makes it a girl mask.
No! Oh, fuck. Man. Alright.
So Spacey, career is done.
Yeah, he's done us.
He has enough money.
R.I.P. Spaceman.
Apparently he used an Oscar. Was he the one using an Oscar to fucking put it up, guys? One of his Oscars?
I've never heard this before.
I think I heard that. Is that he was using his Oscar to...
Power move.
Yeah, I mean, if I have an Oscar.
Power move.
I'm putting it up another dude's butt.
Are you, though?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Well, when you win your Oscar, I'm not going anywhere near you.
Yeah. Hey, Jeremy, come over.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm good, thanks. So let's talk about something a little different.
Okay.
Let's talk about a different form of physical violence, the UFC.
Hey.
There was a fantastic night of fights last night. that you did not show up for.
No.
Because you're a bum.
Got drunk with my father. Yep.
So you got drunk with your dad.
Yep.
Wish I could get drunk with my dad.
It's a good time.
You know, whatever. I instead, I had to settle for getting... I drank one beer. You know?
Ooh, a Coors Light?
No, I drank something called a Night Swimmer. Have you heard of this beer? It was pretty good. It was a Belgian wheat ale. I think it was like 7 or 8% alcohol.
Look at you.
Yeah, I felt a little good.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Not have one beer.
Yes, because I don't drink beer, bro. So it was a big one. It was a tall boy, too.
16 ounces?
No, it was more than that. I want to say it was like 22.
Damn, that's a giant beer.
Yeah, it was a big can of beer. It was probably like the biggest can of beer
you've ever
seen,
man.
Yeah, like nobody's.
I was hammered off it.
Yeah, dude.
So you drank a beer, good.
So
good fights. Watched some
fights, ate some pizza. There was a lot of newer guys at the watch spot.
Yeah,
which was cool to have some new blood.
Which I like a quiet event.
I do too,
personally.
I agree with you. I like a quiet event. Depending on your surroundings, you may not get a quiet event.
Yes.
You know? So
I like a max of like 8 people. Max.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. My thing is more than the number of people,
and that's me included.
The important thing for me is that the people there have at least some interest in fighting. Because the worst thing in the world is when somebody's there just to socialize and they don't give a fuck about the fights, and then they talk through the whole fight. Yeah. And you're like, shut the fuck up. You know, that didn't happen last night. Actually, it was pretty cool. Everybody there had, like, some interest in these fights.
Even though girlfriends or wives?
Yeah. Joe was there with his wife, and she was, like, really super into the Joanna versus Thug Rose fight. So, she had more... I think she had more MMA knowledge than Joe did. I'm not even bullshitting you. She like knew the lot. She knew the fighter. She knew what was going on. She knew her shit.
That's cool.
Yeah. So the fights were fantastic.
Yeah, I when I got home, I read the synopsis of the card.
Top 3 UFC cards all time, I would say.
Really? Yeah, it looked amazing. I'm kind of bummed I missed it.
Main card wise, yeah, because never have 3 titles changed hands in one night.
It's insane.
It's like unheard of. The fights.
Who thought Joanna was going to lose?
I didn't.
Nobody thought Joanna was going to lose.
I was happy that she did.
What happened? Did she get clipped? I really
no. She just got the brakes beaten off of her.
Really?
Yeah, she was not in that fight. Before the fight, she was talking all this shit like, "Oh, I'm going to retire undefeated." As soon as you say, "I'm going to retire undefeated," you're losing your next fight.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the stupidest thing
to say. Was
Rose
crying before, like, the walkout or something?
No, not before the walkout.
Kind of nuts.
She's battled, like, depression and anxiety and shit.
Oh, has she?
Yeah, and she was talking about it. She was, like, very forthcoming about it. And Joanna was like, "Yo, you're too weak to be champion mentally. I'm going to fucking eat your soul." She said, "I'm going to eat your soul. I'm the boogie woman. Here I come."
Okay, so she's channeled her inner Mike Tyson.
Yeah, basically. She was saying all this shit, talking all this shit, and then the bitch taps 2 strikes. She tapped 2 strikes.
That's insane.
Now listen,
Pat Barry's happiest day.
There are some really good fighters that have tapped 2 strikes. GSP tapped 2 strikes.
From who?
Sarah.
Was it Sarah?
Yeah.
Tapped him to strikes?
He tapped, I'm trying to think. There's going to be somebody else. Chael Sonnen tapped 2 strikes.
Yeah.
Who else has tapped 2 strikes? Luke Rockhold made David Branch tap 2 strikes a couple of weeks ago. People tap 2 strikes.
Yeah.
But if you tap 2 strikes, you can't be the boogie woman.
The boogie woman
I'm gonna eat your
babies.
soul. Yeah. I'll fuck you up. You're not meant. You can't say that somebody else is not mentally strong enough to be champion when you are the champion and you tap 2 strikes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I lose all of my respect for someone that taps 2 strikes, but
there's a bit.
There is a bit. You can regain it.
You lose a little something.
Yeah, you lose something. I'm saying you can regain it. GSP regained it.
Yeah.
Chael Sonnen regained
Did
it.
it? Well, then he lost it again with the Tito Ortiz fight.
Yeah, totally. But for right now, in my mind, Joanna has lost a little something by tapping the strikes. So then we go to TJ versus Cody. This was a fucking crackerjack of a fight, my friend.
Crackerjack. All right, 1950s.
I know. I'm so into it. I was so into this fight. Cody almost knocked TJ out at the end of the
21
fight.
skidoo.
Yeah. He 21 skidooed him at the end. He really did 21 skidoo him at the end of the first round. Cody did to TJ.
Cody did?
Yeah. If there was like 10 more seconds in that round, Cody's still the champion.
Is there going to be a second fight?
There should be. I don't see anybody else at bantamweight unless Mighty Mouse moves up.
Are we going to have to watch another Cruz versus TJ?
I wouldn't say have to. I wouldn't mind watching that, but
That fight was boring. I mean,
I liked it.
Cruz is a little boring to watch.
He's got to fight.
But he's good. He's amazing.
He's got to fight against Jimmy Rivera booked, so I don't know.
So then winner of that, I just know.
Maybe. I would really want.
I don't like TJ one bit.
I don't like him either, but he's a good fighter.
I was really hoping he'd lose.
Yeah. Cody was he was all there.
So did he get clipped? What happened?
No, so TJ threw a head kick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the first head kick, Cody fucking ducked it and then did one of these. He was like,
yeah.
Fucking rubbing his head, saying like, "Oh, you can't touch me." And then they start fighting a little more, and then he clips him with a kick again, right? Just gets him a little bit, and but hurts him. He's got the wobbly legs. He's walking around.
Cody?
Yeah, Cody's all fucked up. Then he seems to recover a little bit. Then they go in for an exchange, and it's one of those things where they both start throwing punches, and
like Don Fry style.
Yeah, no, more like Connor, Jose, when they both throw the punch and both punches hit.
Yeah,
but
one person goes
one
out.
dude's punch hits better. So TJ hits him. You see the fucking
lights go out.
Yeah, the circuits go out. The lights go out in Cody's eyes on the ground. Boom, boom, boom. They end the fight. Yeah, and then they both get up off the ground, and TJ just screams full force into Cody's face. Ah!
I hate TJ Dillon.
I do too, but that was fucking badass after all the shit that Cody taught. Fucking eat it, bro.
Wasn't Cody undefeated to that point?
I think he might have had one loss.
Or just tried to Cruz way back.
No, he never fought Cruz before the time he fought Cruz.
So
maybe he is undefeated. Maybe he was undefeated. I don't know. We don't Google here. So.
No Google.
no Googles here.
All right, so main event.
So then we have the main event, and that was GSP versus Bisping.
Yep.
It went into the third round. I will say that.
How did GSP look?
He looked like he took 4 years off.
Yeah.
But he looked like he was like shaking the rust off.
Because he went up a weight class.
Yes. I think that GSP's going to be... I think that GSP was awesome in this fight. The first round, he looked incredible. Second round, he looked like a little bit tired. Third round, of course, he takes the belt. But I think that GSP next fight is going to be awesome.
You think?
Yeah.
Old school GSP?
He was old school GSP this time. He was throwing fucking Superman punches and shit.
Of course.
It was so cool. It was like...
Did he wrestle fuck?
No, not really. He took Bisping... Well, he took Bisping down a few times. And one time he took Bisping down and he was in Bisping's guard. Bisping was throwing elbows from...
Cut him. And he cuts more than anybody.
Yeah, he cut the shit out of GSP.
GSP always gets cut.
Yeah, it was nasty. He was a bloody mess. But it was awesome because old Oil Eye... Bisping was
oil eye
glazed
over.
Yeah, his shit was all fucked up too, and then Bisping gets clipped.
Exxon Valdez eye.
He gets clipped, right? And ending sequence comes. Blah blah blah. GSP locks in an RNC with one of those. What do you call the short grips like this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Gable.
No, not the gate. I know it's a gable grip, but you can do the RNC where you're like this behind the head.
Yeah, so like the Fedor style, drop the elbow behind.
Yes, yeah. So he kind of locks one in like that, and Bisping, you see it in his good eye, right? you see him he puts his hands back to try and fight the hands, and you see he's made this calculation in a split second. You can tell in this dude's face.
I'm going out.
He said, I'm not tapping here. Fuck it. I'm going out on my sword. Like, you can see that in his face.
Yeah.
And John McCarthy's looking at Bisping, and you see that John McCarthy kind of recognizes that.
Yeah, they have this understanding through all three people in the ring.
Every person there knows that Bisping is wants some measure of respect. So they say fuck it, and GSP chokes him unconscious.
What does that say about you as the champion losing to a guy who hasn't trained or competed in 4 years? Because he was a fake champion from the fucking start.
No, I don't think it says that. I think it says you lost to one of the best.
I'm not going to fight for a fucking year.
I think it says you lost to one of the best mixed martial artists of all time.
Fuck him.
I think that they're both now tied for most wins in UFC history, so they're both two of the best fucking fighters in the history of the sport.
I hate Bisping.
I hate him too, but I like him. So
he's just always.
I actually don't hate him. I really like him.
I don't think he's just. It was ever top tier.
He was though.
He was never good enough to win the belt, and I don't.
But
I think this was a fluke. It
was
fluke though.
But
fluke.
He's still won and defended, which is more than Matt Serra can say, and it's more than a lot of people can say. It's more than Eddie Alvarez can say. It's more than fucking whoever the fuck else.
Yeah, it's plenty.
And he makes the case that I can absolutely believe when he says that the best thing that ever happened to him is that USADA came.
People left his division because they're sick of waiting for him. People went to Bellator because they were sick of fucking waiting for Michael Bisping.
Musasi wasn't getting a title shot because he wasn't fucking Robert Whittaker.
Yeah.
Because Robert Whittaker's the interim champion, and he was getting the next fight.
Again, we went over this. I hate the fact that there's interim champions, too.
Okay, let's ignore all of that for a second. Michael Bisping, do you think that his claims of...
I think Musasi would have killed him.
Well, hold on. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, Bisping says that USADA, had it been in the UFC his whole career, he would have been champion much earlier.
Nah.
I believe that 100%.
Nah.
Look at the fucking... He had a dude on steroids kick his eye off. That's not even bullshit. That's facts. He's got his eye filled with motor oil until he retires because some roided up dude kicked his eye out.
Roided up Brazilian.
Yeah.
Kicked his eye off his head. Yeah. I mean, he wouldn't be blind, that's for sure. Is he retiring now?
No, he said he gave this long ass speech that sounded like a retirement speech, and then at the end said, "I'm not done, but I don't know." So it sounded like he didn't want to do the in the cage retirement.
Yeah. I don't know. It's fuck Michael Bisping. Roids should be in the sport.
Yeah, no, that's a different story. Yeah, totally. I like when dudes
roid
do
him up. Roid him up.
I think John Jones is awesome. I think Vitor Belfort when he's on roids is awesome.
Yeah, not this new Belfort.
No.
No, roids made the sport entertaining.
Yeah, roids made the sport good, but
roids makes every sport good.
Roids makes everything good. Except, the size of
your balls and the back zits and your hairline.
Oh, does it fuck with your hairline, too?
Oh, yeah, you lose hair quickly.
Oh, man, what are you going to do?
All I know is roids makes every sport better. Think of it. Roids saved baseball.
Roids saved baseball.
If it wasn't for Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa, nobody would watch baseball after
Don't forget Barry Bonds.
Everybody forgets Barry Bonds.
But you shouldn't, because he was fucking awesome.
He was awesome.
His head...
Also, his head grew 8 sizes. Because that's the HGH.
I have never seen someone's head grow like that. But I was so into it.
It was like the Grinch, his heart growing. It was his head size. It grew 3 sizes and more.
Yes. So, I'm with you. Steroids do make shit better.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking roid. Fuck USADA. It ruins the sports.
I agree. Fuck it, man. Let's do steroids. Maybe it'll make this podcast better.
Is there podcast-based steroids that I could use?
There is, in fact.
To get our viewership up?
It's called poppers. And
it's called poppers. And it will dilate your butthole.
Please.
That was you better have last episode because we went on a poppers rant.
Please let me buy you poppers. Do poppers on the show, please.
All right, Kevin Spacey.
I may or may not jerk off over you once you do the poppers.
And I might have a fake Oscar to put in you.
Yeah.
So it was a good card.
It was a great card.
I'll definitely watch it later, but I'm bummed that I missed it.
Yeah, you should have come back.
Granted, I had a good time. And speaking of which, I heard a story from my dad.
Okay.
My dad's a lot like me.
All right.
Just in the fact that we talks the same. I can say whatever I say. He's not one of those kind of parents where I have to hold things back. Like, oh, yes sir, no sir kind of guy.
Right.
He's a good guy. And he was telling me the story about when he was in middle school, that he had these two teachers that I think they're just they're probably in their 20s. But I think his brother or sister was around their age, and they had these nicknames. One of them was Acorn because he had small little testicles.
The teacher was
called Acorn, and the other one had a different small dick or like coming too quick name. And so they're like, "Come on, Jim, tell him, call him those names, So my dad goes, "Hey, Acorn, how you doing?" So I'm thinking he's joking. So my dad goes and calls both the teachers the name. While my dad was alone walking through the halls, the teachers fucking ransacked him, started punching him in the fucking arms and legs.
Wait a second. The
teachers beat my dad up. I was listening to the story, I'm like, holy shit. They pinned him down and said, "What are you going to fucking call us?" And just punching him in the legs and arm. Just punching him in the legs and arm. He's like, "Oh, I won't do it." I'm like, holy shit. Oh, I got that alone.
Serves you punk ass dad right.
Seriously, he never called him Acorn again, I bet.
I like that they were doing like leg and arm work. Bruising.
He goes, "Yeah, they're pelting me hard. They just pinned me down. Both of them like, what are you going to call me? What are you going to call me?"
That's awesome.
23-year-old man beating up a 7th grader. The times have changed.
Times have changed.
That was the 70s? Yeah, I don't think you can get away with that now.
Yeah, back in the 70s, like, that's Dazed and Confused days, right?
Yeah.
They had paddles. And get it paddling.
But those were high school kids paddling under young kids. It wasn't teachers beating children.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, punching them in the arms and legs. She's like, they didn't hit me in the face, though.
That's
like,
awesome.
Still.
Yeah, he got what he deserved.
Yeah, you definitely did. You don't call a small, bald man Acorn.
Yeah, you don't. A man with small balls has enough problems. He's not going to be taking shit from
a 7th grader.
Yeah. The only way he can feel big and strong is if he beats
a child.
A child.
2 grown men against a child.
I like that, like, Acorn and Diddly Fuck or whatever.
Yeah,
we're just like, we're getting this motherfucker.
We're fucking up this kid. Because they must have talked about it. Because they did it together.
Yeah, they planned that shit for sure.
I was a little drunk and I was listening to my dad tell the story. I'm like, wait. Backtrack. Your fucking teachers did this? Like, yeah, my teachers. Like, what the fuck?
That's fucked up.
Isn't that fucked up? I thought that was great.
That's awesome.
It's like, I'm saying that on the podcast.
I give your dad props too for not like running to the principal. No, but who would have believed him? You know, because there was no marks.
Stitches get stitches, bro.
Yeah, he probably thought they were gonna fucking kill him.
Yeah. This is fear based. Yeah. It wasn't because he was like trying to be tough.
Oh man. So one last thing I want to talk about because we're entering towards the end here. I watched The Hateful Eight this week.
Which one was The Hateful Eight?
The Hateful Eight was the newest Quentin Tarantino movie.
Is that the one where they're at the haberdashery?
Yes.
Yes, I've seen it.
Have you seen it?
Watched it in theaters, Kim. It was good.
Fantastic.
They kept punching the girl from Fast Times at Ridgemont High in the face.
Is that where she's from?
Yeah.
Who is she playing Fast Times?
The girl who had to get the abortion.
That's her.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't remember her name, but she was all cute back then, and now she looks like a foot.
Well, they made her up to look like a foot.
No, I mean, she's in another show on Netflix that she still kind of looks like an over-surgerized foot.
Okay, well, I thought she was really good in the movie, too. They beat the shit out of her.
They beat the shit out of it. Great movie. I thought it was really good.
Kurt Russell, the Hangman. You got Samuel L. Jackson. What did you think? Spoiler alert. So I'm just going to
Again, I haven't watched this movie in 2 years, so you're going to have to refresh my memory.
I will refresh your memory, but right now, spoiler alert for anyone that hasn't seen this movie and plans to. If you do not want to be spoiled, stop listening for a few seconds. What'd you think of Channing Tatum?
Who was Channing Tatum in it? I can't remember.
Channing Tatum was the surprise who blew off Samuel L. Jackson's balls.
Balls. Yeah.
Surprise Channing Tatum.
Yeah, I forgot. I love a little Channing Tatum.
I love a
Channing
sneaky
Tate Young.
You fuck. That's so dumb but funny. So you got a little sneaky Channing Tatum. I like when he sneaks in on you. You know?
He does. He's done in a few movies.
Yeah. So, his role was awesome.
He's the brother, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm remembering now. I remember. Great movie, though, from what I remembered.
You know what I thought was weird about it?
I said remembered 8 times in the past 5 seconds. It's bothering me. Do you remember when I said that?
I remembered when you said that. You know what I thought was weird about it?
What?
No Quentin Tarantino cameo.
Thank God. I'm sick of his self-righteous cameos.
I'm not.
Stay out of your fucking movies. You're an awful actor.
Put him. I like when Quentin pops up. It's like Stan Lee. It's like,
Stan Lee. Stan Lee's in this.
Yeah.
He did the comic books.
Yeah.
Wrote a letter to Stan Lee and he never got back to me. So fuck Stan Lee. When I was in 3rd grade.
You wrote to Stan Lee.
Yeah.
What did you say though?
I like your comic books. Comic books are good. Like your 3rd grade bullshit.
No wonder he didn't write back to you. You didn't have anything interesting to say. No kind of fucking...
It didn't enlighten anything.
Yeah. You didn't have any kind of like social commentary on the Hulk. So he was just like, this kid's a fucking dweeb. Not writing him back.
So I was all into X-Men. I think everybody our age was.
Yeah, it's because of the cartoon.
Does not hold up. I tried to watch an episode recently. Does not hold up.
Really?
No.
Jubilee doesn't hold up.
Pew pew pew.
The worst fucking powers.
I make bubbles at you.
No, she didn't even make bubbles. She made like fireworks sparks.
Yellow jacket.
So it doesn't hold up, really?
Doesn't hold up, no.
Does Gargoyles hold up?
I doubt it.
I bet you Gargoyles holds up.
I haven't watched Gargoyles in ages.
I bet you it holds up. Gargoyles was the fucking shit.
One of what does hold up? Those old Batmans we used to watch.
Yes, Batman the Animated Series.
Those were awesome.
TAS, yeah. Well, because that was like...
Mark Hamill.
One of the most well-done cartoons of all time.
Sorry to interrupt. Mark Hamill killed a guy.
What?
In a car accident, I think.
No, that was Caitlyn Jenner.
No. In the 70s, that's why his face all fucked up in a car accident. He killed a guy. Or motorcycle accident?
Mark Hamill's face isn't fucked up.
Yeah, it is. That's why he had the scars on his face, and so they had to do it with the 3rd Star Wars movie. They had to make it. They had to make something to get his face cut up in the movie to explain his scars from the accident. I'm pretty sure Mark Hamill killed a guy. Mark Hamill murdered a person.
Allegedly.
No. Did. But Mark Hamill made the Batman series with his Joker voice.
He did. I don't think he killed anybody either.
No, he murdered somebody. Not murder. I guess it would be vehicular.
He would be manslaughter if he killed somebody.
There's somebody else famous. Some other actor that murdered somebody in a car accident.
Caitlyn Jenner.
One of who definitely did kill somebody? Matthew Broderick.
Broderick. Drunk driving accident, right?
Killed somebody.
Was it a drunk driving accident?
In a different country. It was like Ireland or something. But he was like, going back to the U.S., bye-bye. I'm going to marry this horse-faced woman and see you later.
I am out of here.
Yeah, Ferris Bueller killed a person.
So, that was our Hateful Eight talk.
I kind of went off. I don't like how my brain works.
You're like, wait a second. Mark Hamill killed the guy. Oh, that's so fucking funny.
In the next week episode...
You're so fucked up.
Watch as Dennis's brain goes up to 20 different avenues.
Dennis starts talking about puppies and ends up with demonic child
feces rape. What?
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so Mark Hamill killed a guy.
All right. Well,
I don't know if that's true. I think I may have been thinking of Matthew Broderick. But Matthew Broderick definitely did murder somebody.
Caitlyn Jenner killed the guy.
Yeah, and everybody forgets how brave that she is. That he
no,
murdered
don't do
somebody.
that. Call her she.
That Bruce Jenner killed a guy.
No, that's bullshitting.
Still has his dick. Still a Bruce.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I gotta stay firm on this one. Caitlyn Jenner wants to be a woman. She is a woman. You want to be a dude, you're a dude. I want to be a bro. I'm still working on it.
I jerk off on you in your sleep right now.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
You're definitely getting a gorilla mask from me later.
Hey, man.
Yeah, but everybody forgets
she's stunning
that.
And brave.
Stunning
and brave.
Old Brucey killed a person.
No, she's a piece of shit because she killed a person
and paid him off.
Yeah, and she's got a bunch of shitty politics, but she definitely hit somebody with a car, and the media was just like, "We're gonna let you cook."
It's all right. Nobody needs to know about this.
Yeah,
because you're brave.
Stunning and brave.
Stunning and brave.
Stunning and brave. I love the South Park.
Where they had her face all fucked up?
Yeah, the way that they lampooned her was fucking fantastic.
And just running over people left and right.
Yeah. Toodaloo!
Toodaloo! That was fucking great.
Alright, we gotta end this shit.
Alright.
I gotta go grocery shopping.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fun day Sunday.
Fun day Sunday. Alright. This was I Like It Because You Hate It. I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Dennis, and enjoy our Hateful Eight talk.
Yeah, enjoy just the whole podcast, which,
we should have 2 this week, unless Jeremy deleted it.
I think we'll have 2 this week, I hope.
Fingers fucking crossed.
Please, tell people to listen to this.
We're fucking groveling now.
Yeah, I am really begging you.
We need more than 7.
I need
7 listens.
Yeah,
It went strong for a day. We had 40 views. 40?
I thought our shit was gonna take off when we were at like 40 views. Yeah, then it went down like John Denver's plane. Yeah, so please get some people to listen to this. If you have any questions, email the show. I like it because you hate it at gmail.com.
Or leave something on our Facebook.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Toodaloo. Toodaloo.